Hi, my name is Emma. And welcome to Esoteric Detective. Have you ever wondered if an urban legend was true? Well, it turns out some well-known urban legends are. Stay tuned as we bring you 6 urban legends that turned out to be true. Number 6. The urban legend of the toxic patient. This legend starts out with a patient arriving at a hospital and their blood turns out to be so toxic that it makes everyone in the hospital sick. This actually happened in 1994, when a cancer patient was admitted into the hospital. The patient had to have blood taken, and when the nurses came to their side and tried to take some blood from them, the blood from the patient actually made the nurses sick and they passed out. The nurses said they had no control over their limbs when they awoke. 23 other hospital personnel exhibited at least one symptom from being in contact with the cancer patient. And to this day no one knows what caused her blood to be so toxic.
Once again, Barbara Walters.
It is one of the most bizarre medical mysteries in recent memory, and doctors still can't explain it. It happened 2 weeks ago in a Southern California emergency room. A team of medical workers collapsed, apparently after inhaling fumes coming from the body of a dying woman. One of the victims is a doctor, and tonight our doctor, Timothy Johnson, visits her in the hospital where she's still recovering to find out what happened.
The incident that hospitalized 6 medical workers, including one doctor, was so alarming to the staff at Riverside General Hospital that the emergency room was evacuated to the parking lot. It has not yet been determined what caused the emergency room workers to fall ill while treating a cancer patient who had been brought in by ambulance. Gloria Ramirez, the patient, had complained of breathing problems. She later died of heart failure. While the ER staff was inserting an IV tube and drawing blood, an odor of ammonia was noticed, apparently coming from the patient's blood. To add to the mystery, Dr. Umberto Ochoa, who was not affected, noticed white crystals in the blood.
I don't know what it could possibly have been.
Number 5. The Buried Woman. This legend is about a woman who is left for dead in a shallow grave. But she wakes up and digs her way free with her wedding ring. This happened to a woman who had been tased by her boyfriend and then bound and gagged with tape. But after he left, the woman was able to cut her binds around her hands with her wedding ring, and then dig herself free. It was lucky that the grave was a shallow one. Number 4. Organ smugglers. This legend is about a people who wake up in bathtubs of ice with usually a kidney removed. However popular this legend is, it's not only true, but happens often. One of the latest examples took place in 2008 when an Indian construction worker woke up on a metal table without his kidneys. He was the latest victim of an organ trafficking scheme. Number 3. Killer impersonating police. This happens a lot in movies. But it would seem, it also happens a lot in real life. That is, a true cold-blooded killer dressing up in a police uniform to either evade police or to use police powers to commit a crime, usually a murder. The most famous example of this was the notorious serial killer Ted Bundy. He used to dress up as a police officer and even used this to get his victim, a young woman, into his car. When the woman became suspicious that he was not a police officer, Ted Bundy already had her in handcuffs and it was too late. Number 2. The uninvited guest. Everyone has heard the urban legend of the people who were in their house when they heard strange movement, only to find out that there was someone else there, either living in their house, without them knowing, or hiding in their house. This happened famously in 2008, when Japanese man slowly began to realize that food and small items were going missing from his home. He set up a secret camera, and to his dismay, discovered a woman had been secretly living in his cupboard for a year. She would even take showers while he was out. Number 1. Frozen solid and waking up afterwards. This is not only a famous urban legend, but something that a logical person would say can't be true. But it turns out that it is true, and is thought to have been born from a famous example that has dumbfounded scientists. It all happened in 1981 when a young woman named Jean Hilliard, who was found frozen solid after getting trapped in 22 below zero temperatures. The doctor that examined her explained her having skin that was too hard to pierce with a hypodermic needle. Her temperature was too low to register on a thermometer. Her face was ashen and her eyes were solid and did not respond to light. It turns out when you hear an urban legend, sometimes it is based on fact. I guess that is why they are so scary. Anyway, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any thoughts, please do share them in the comments section. And in the meantime, this is Emma, and thanks for watching.